guys, welcome back to this place. If you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I am Carmen, and today we are watching Battlestar Galactica. This is season 4, episode 10, which to my understanding happened during 2008 during the writer's strike and was possibly going to be the final episode had the writer's strike gone, I guess, like too long maybe, and the show was canceled, or it had caused too many complications for Battlestar, which honestly makes sense because I did peep the title of this video, which is Revelations, which if you don't know, which you probably do, I assume, but just in case you don't, the book of Revelation is the final book in the Bible. So again, it makes sense given how much religious symbolism and symbology is in this show and all of the parallels, and just, yeah, it would fit very well for this to be the final episode. Now, as far as like what happens, if it would have been satisfying, I guess I can only say once I've seen it. Last time, let me just say real quick so we can watch it and find out. Last time they got Deanna from the resurrection ship. As we know, the resurrection ship was destroyed, so now all Cylons have one life like humans. However, there are still many of the same Cylons, so not exactly like humans, but mostly. Rosalind said, "I love you" to Adama, which was very cute. And she also decided to save Gaius, knowing the truth. So I'm very curious as to how that's gonna go. And yeah, I think that's kind of the big things that happened. That's the episode before. And Deanna decided that she is not going to tell Rosalind the identity of the final 5 Cylons yet, because it is her insurance policy for surviving, since she is in fact the only Deanna that is left. And if she dies for good. So, yeah, I think that's about it. So let me stop rambling and let's get right into this episode.
You know, Leoben said something to me when he was holding me in that dollhouse on New Caprica. That children are born to replace their parents. For children to reach their full potential, their parents have to die.
I disagree with that statement, to be fair. I just think you become a different person, probably.
They know the way to Earth. We need them.
She's right. We all want the same thing if we cooperate.
We cooperated on New Caprica, brother.
Not really.
It didn't work out well.
You didn't. You kidnapped people.
I'm going to hold your people hostage.
Ma'am, that was not at all cooperation.
If the Cylons get there before they get Earth, you can't let this happen. Even if you have to blow this ship to hell.
Why don't we actually cooperate? Why are they always fucking backstabbing each other? I mean,
if these 4 Cylons want to come to you, they're free to do so. I will not stop them.
Do you agree with us, Admiral?
You agreed?
Well, then I will await them on the base ship.
will they? I think Tori will.
Laura Roslin needs her medication,
Oh, she doing it right now.
and I need to make sure that she's all right. I'm gonna go with them.
No. We can't give them any more hostages. Colonel's right.
She's a Cylon trying to go back. But she has a plausible thing to say to get there. I mean, you knew she was going. I knew.
We lose those 4, we lose Earth. If everything goes south, we destroy the base ship and everyone on it.
I don't think Ty will go, will he? But it's... I mean, okay, look, they would notice if Ty, pieced the fuck out. They would notice if Tyrell pieced the fuck out. Anders, most likely. I mean, there's not really that many people, all of them happen to be on the Galactica. All of them hold positions of some importance to a lot of importance. So it's just, it would be really hard for them to just like get on a shuttle and leave, except for Tori. Again, she had like the perfect sort of way to get there without being like, it's me, hi, I'm a Cylon.
Laura, there's been something I've been needing to say to you.
Thank you.
I wanted to thank you.
Yeah.
For what?
Not letting him
Essentially,
die.
for not murdering me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be so grateful if I were you.
Oh, is she gonna...
You should know that I told the Admiral that if Deanna doesn't back down, he should blow the ship to pieces.
Oh.
You what?
She's in here. I came back with Deanna. To be with my people.
Oh, she told her?
Because you're one of the five. You're one of the final five.
Deanna saw her. In a vision.
I didn't realize she was just gonna tell her the truth.
You had no idea, did you?
No.
No.
To be fair, you didn't know till like, I don't know how long ago it was, but recently.
Go to Deanna and try to convince her to back down and release all the hostages.
I'm done taking orders from you.
I mean, it's not really an order. She's asking.
You're not giving this a chance. We are cooperating.
Yeah, they can't make them come.
She terminated the
They
transmission.
can't, like you just said, they could come willingly, but you can't, like now you're trying to force them? Like, fucking... Interesting. He's being contacted.
Get on, you with me?
Like the radio thing, right?
6 under Athena will be our breaching force. They will
Oh,
be
yep, they're all being contacted in some way. Ooh, but it's not by them. So it's not by the other Cylons who's contacting them. The 5th, who I guess isn't Kara.
Looking for options. You got one?
Yeah.
Is he gonna tell him? Oh my god, is he?
I should have told you when I first found out, but I didn't have the guts.
Oh my god, is he telling him? Oh my god. Is he gonna tell him?
Some kind of crazy, fracked up Cylon signal. Switched me on.
Oh my god, he told him.
I'm one of the five.
I can't believe he told him. I can't believe he actually told him.
The five. One of the Cylons Deanna's after. Caprica, you were in captivity.
He didn't know then.
They did something to you. An implant.
No.
Post-hypnotic suggestion that makes you feel this way.
No, it's the truth.
Let's go talk to Doc Cottle. Listen to me. It is not a delusion. It is not a chip in my head. I am a Cylon. Deanna will back down if you threaten to flush me out an airlock.
Die. I don't want you to die. Like, what if he actually does it, though? Oh, this has got to be so hard for him. Please don't. Please don't. Please fucking don't. Oh, God. It's okay.
I'll take care of it.
Don't just
take care of it.
threaten. Don't actually do it. Oh my god, don't actually do it. Please don't actually do this. I thought it was just a threat. I thought it was just a threat.
You want to save the fleet? I need the others, and I need them now.
He might.
It's sitting here the same way it has been for months.
I'm so stressed.
Specialist Tyrell, slowly put your hands on your heads and face the Viper. Do it now!
I told him.
What the hell is going on? They're Cylons, just like the Exo.
It's true, Kara.
Ty.
There's something different about this Viper. Something's changed. You gotta find it.
Shut up.
Maybe it's gonna wake her up. I'm still holding on to my belief until I'm proven wrong. Probably in this episode.
You want them alive. Stand down.
Oh god, I'm so stressed, you guys. Like, I don't know why they're doing this to me.
You push him, you'll kill him.
Then the entire human race will die with them.
She figured something out. She figured something out. She figured something out.
They will never forgive us for what we did to the 12 colonies. Never. Proceed.
You haven't given them a chance. You just keep doing more fucking atrocious shit. Kara, you need to run fast. Fast, fast, please. No. No.
Are you waiting for Apollo?
No. Shut up. Shut up, Ty. No, please stop.
Stop. Those 3 fracking Cylons just gave us Earth.
Okay, she figured it out.
So you're all in agreement this is the way to Earth?
It's a stretch, but it's the best explanation we've got.
Which is why we chose to share this information with you.
Yes,
We could have jumped away with it, left you behind.
they could have.
But that would have led to another confrontation, another
They're
standoff.
trying to cooperate. Fucking take
This
notes.
has happened before.
But it doesn't have to happen again.
Yes,
Not if we make up our minds to change.
lovely.
Where do we go from here?
The Cylons have to fucking change is where you have to go from here.
We go to Earth together.
Can we trust y'all though? Cause y'all keep fucking backstabbing the shit out of us.
I want to see you pick up that first fistful of Earth. Come on.
Back.
Where are you going? You getting dressed? He did, he got dressed.
Guess you're just gonna sit here flapping your lips, or we're gonna go find Earth.
Kara and I have been working on a recon for...
Frag it. This is the end of the line. We got nowhere else to go. And if we give the Alliance too much time, it'll fall apart again.
Sure.
Gotta roll the hard 6. We all go together. As fast as we can.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Jump into Earth, right? Or at least on the way.
Madam President, without you, we wouldn't have made it. Give the order.
Jump.
It's been a long time coming. Take us to Earth.
Visible constellations are a match.
Crew of Galactica,
Welcome to Earth.
people of the fleet, we have arrived at Earth.
I'm sorry, I can't take Gaia seriously sometimes.
We made it, kid.
Dumbest touching Earth, right? Is it not good?
Earth.
Okay, so it's like the remnants of a civilization. Is it not inhabitable anymore? Like, did the humanity that was on Earth, like, make it inhabitable? Knowing that that could have been the final episode, I can see why it could have been that way. Now, I think that had it been the final episode, obviously they weren't planning it that way, but if the writer's strike had, like, stopped it and made it impossible for the show to continue, I think that it would have been a good final episode had they stopped at, like, the celebration, right? Like, we still wouldn't have known who the final Cylon was. There still would have been, you know, some mysteries and, you know, a few plot holes that we didn't get to fill. But it would have been, like, a nice, hopeful sort of end to the show, to just have it wrap up with, like, they found Earth, they did it. You know, will humans and Cylons be able to continue to coexist? We don't know, but there's, like, this overarching sort of, like I said, hope that that could happen. Now, the final bit confuses me. It looks like Earth's been, like, through something similar to, like, what happened on Caprica. Here's the thing, though. There was still, like, greenery and shit on New Caprica, so, or not New Caprica, Caprica. So I kind of question, like, why, once an accord was reached with the Cylons, if Earth does turn out to be, like, a desolate wasteland where there's no potential for life or growth or anything like that, we couldn't go back to Caprica? You know? And maybe this is what the prophecy meant with Carl will lead humanity to their end. Right? Here's it. Thus will it come to pass, a dying leader will know the truth of the Opera House. So we still don't really know the truth of the Opera House, so that question would not have been answered. The missing 3 will give you the 5 who have come from the home of the 13th, which is Earth. You are the harbinger of death, Carathrace. You will lead them all to their end. End of line. Which is interesting because Adama said this is the end of the line. So I wonder if it's just that she did lead them to Earth, but Earth isn't viable, so humanity is not going to be able to exist. Again, I feel like Caprica could have been lived on now that the Cylons aren't trying to murder everybody. Like, they ran away. Sure, they destroyed a lot of shit. But there was, like, when we saw them back on Caprica, there was still, like, plant life, animal life. Like, you know, Anders and them had been surviving there. If we could form, like I said, an alliance with the Cylons, and they are agreeing not to, like, kill humanity for no fucking reason, which I'll talk about their thought process in this episode, but I feel like Caprica would be a good option. Is it just that we've gone too far away at this point, like 3 years, like we wouldn't be able to navigate our way back? Have we reached, like, a point of no return in that aspect, or what? Because I do feel like that could be a viable solution if Earth is, you know, a desolate wasteland. Also, since the final 5 Cylons know how to get to Earth, there's some idea that they somehow came from Earth. Does that mean that the Cylons destroyed Earth in the same kind of way that they did Caprica, and they're just, like, the true overarching villain of everything? Which would make sense, honestly. Something that was frustrating to me was Deanna saying, we cooperated on New Caprica about the humans, like, with the humans, and it still didn't work. ma'am, you subjugated, imprisoned, tortured, and randomly murdered people on Earth. That's not cooperation. I really feel that you need to look up the definition of the fucking word, learn it, internalize it, and then come back and have this conversation again. Because I have said multiple times that New Caprica was a chance for the Cylons to actually prove that they had changed, to try to get it right, and to form, at least, if not an alliance, a peaceable coexistence with the humans. And they completely fucked it up by, doing the things that I just named and being complete assholes and not changing or growing at all. They were still like horrific examples of humans. Like, maybe they're not humans, but they were horrific examples of Cylons, So it's really frustrating to me that in some ways the Cylons kind of like are evolving and changing and growing and becoming better versions of themselves, and then in some ways are continuing to act exactly the same and not growing and not changing and not evolving. And they keep having this very like confused view of the way that things are and the way that they have actually happened. And it's frustrating to like understand how in any way they could have thought that they cooperated on New Caprica. Like, I'm sorry, what? Like, what? I think that it makes total sense for Ty's character to tell Adama the truth, to use himself as a bargaining chip. I think a part of him maybe wanted to die, maybe thought, he doesn't know still how to really live with this new truth of who he is and his new identity. And he thought, maybe that would be best. Now, I really am glad that that did not happen. I like Ty, and I also think that Adama would have regretted it, because Ty, like, he's shown the ability to understand that Cylons can be more than you think they are, right? Like, him and Athena formed a bond. He obviously got very upset with her because of what she did to Caprica 6, which was her very illogical human side coming out, I guess. But I don't know. I hope that he can come around and realize that Ty is still his best friend, and he is still the person that he cares about and loves, and that he, I don't know. I just hope to see that friendship flourish and develop. And yeah, I'm also interested in Kara's part in this. Now, maybe she's not one of the final 5 Cylon. That's what Deanna said, that there were only 4 on the ship, and the 5th is not on the ship, which could mean that it's Gaius, it could mean that it's Rosalind, it could mean that it was somebody that was on their ship. But she said it's not in your fleet, which makes it seem like it's somebody that we haven't met. However, I don't believe that that is the truth, because I think at this point, for them to reveal that the final one of the final 5 isn't somebody that we know and have seen would be a very strange choice, especially since it's like the final big reveal. Like, it kind of has to be somebody that we know, because otherwise, like, there's no deep emotional impact or like moment of like, so I kind of feel like that was a lie. Now, if it's Kara or not, I don't know. I've been wrong many times before. I will probably be wrong many times before the show is over, and that's my guess, and I'm just going to stick to it until it's definitively proven to be wrong, because we know the identity and it's not Kara. you know? So, yeah, I'm curious about where they're going to go with that. I'm still curious about the Opera House, how we're going to get the truth of that revealed. I'm curious as to if it's, it's not Kara, because she's at least not on a conscious level. Like, she didn't tell them about the ship. So it could be somebody else, but I'm curious as to who, and if they even are aware that it's them. I'm curious as to how we're going to continue on Earth when it does seem to be a wasteland. I'm curious as to just where the story's going to go. I honestly really, really, really loved this episode. I thought it was great, really, from start to finish. It was incredibly stressful, incredibly emotional, pulled all of our heartstrings, pulled all of our, it was just a very satisfying episode to watch, to see Gaius get to talk to Deanna, and actually to see Rosalind understand that he was the right person to talk to Deanna, and to see her sort of actually maybe forgive him and understand him in another way was really good. To see Adama's breakdown over the truth of Ty was so good, so emotionally impactful. To see Lee taking care of his father and then stepping into that role and, really just becoming like a full adult and sort of taking care of what he had to take care of was really nice. To see Ty admit the truth and use it as strategy, knowing that it would possibly get him killed, knowing that it would hurt his friend, was really good to see. I just think that the character development of a lot of the characters was really good in this episode, and to see sort of the culmination of a lot of moments between characters kind of come to a head was really nice. I just thought that they did this episode from start to finish really, really nice. And I wish that every episode of Battlestar was as good as this one. And there are a lot that are this good. And Battlestar, when it's good, it's so, so fucking good. And then there's, episodes like Black Market, which we don't need to talk about. But yeah, no, this episode was truly, truly just so good. And I loved it. And I think that it hit all the points and the feelings and the story beats that it needed to hit. And like I said, I think if they took out the final scene, it would have been a good sort of series finale, because you could have had hope that everything would be okay. With the final scene, I don't think it would have been a very bleak finale, I'll say. Maybe not that it would have been bad, but it would have been very hopeless. And I think that's something that Battlestar does really well, is that there is a lot of hopelessness and a lot of sadness in it, but they always counter that with hope and this idea that people are capable of change and growth, and if you hold out hope long enough, then it's a really powerful and beautiful thing. And so I think to end on such a bleak note maybe wouldn't have served the greater message that I think Battlestar has. But I don't know, maybe that's just my personal opinion. I think that Battlestar ending on hopeful note would be really nice with the way that the show has sort of been done up to this point, but maybe it will have a sad ending. I don't know. There's really only one way to find out, and that's to keep watching. I can't believe we're halfway through the final season. And I know there's also 2 movies during it. Do not worry, I will be watching those as well. But yeah, I'm really curious to see where we go from here. I want to see where Rosalind goes from here. I want to see where humanity goes from here, where the Cylons go from here. Just what happens next and how it happens, Like, I'm just excited to see what's next. And I'm going to stop talking because clearly I've lost the ability to form coherent, cohesive, intelligent sentences. If you guys want to see the next episode, you can right now over on Patreon. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can also watch my entire full-length reaction to this episode, watch-along style, as well as every bit of Battlestar Galactica that has preceded this episode. So if you're interested in that, go over there. That is in the description down below. I hope to see you guys next time for the next installment, where I guess we find out what the fudge happened to Earth. Frack. I should say frack in this show. Until next time. Bye, guys.